some opening comments from Coach, and then we can take questions.
Give a lot of credit to Ohio State, very good football team. Came in here, won, and kind of obviously gives them an opportunity to be at the top of our division. All our guys, players, coaches, sports staff, everybody involved had a lot invested in that week. A lot going into that game, and the way that the game started, our guys battled back, and then obviously down to the last part of the regulation. Did a lot of really good things. Injury-wise, Robbie Burrs don't know much. I don't think it's like a catastrophic knee injury, but I think it's a strain. We'll obviously evaluate that tomorrow. And then obviously we didn't have Chris Borland out there today. I think he'll join us sometime midweek. He was just not in a position that we could put him out there today and feel good about him not re-injuring or wasn't a thing to save or anything. Believe me, Chris Borland was biting at the bit to get out there, just wasn't in a good enough position to do that physically yet. We'll hope to get him back this week, and other than that, we stayed pretty healthy. So, sorry for our seniors. You guys did a lot for us the last 4 or 5 years. Not to send them out with a win is very difficult to swallow, but I really think this is an opportunity to grow as young men, as coaches, and move forward. So we'll do that. That'll open up for questions.
Will they be able to take any solace knowing they're still going to Indianapolis, or if so, how long does that take after a loss like this?
You know, Jeff, I didn't really touch that topic with them. I did tell them how much I loved them, how much I appreciate what they've done, and gave them the plan for tomorrow to move forward. But that's something, you know, we'll kind of talk about that at the end of the year, regardless of what goes forward with Penn State.
How tough a loss is this for you?
Tough. Tough. Seniors, those guys mean the world for me. I know Monty's hurting. He wanted that. He was like a man possessed there in the second quarter, fun to watch. But you know, they'll take this, and the good news is it'll make everybody stronger. It's just, you know, just kind of sucks to go through it. I think one of the things I've heard throughout the year this year, it's not what's in front of it, or it's not what's behind us, it's not what's in front of us, it's what's within us, and for whatever reason, we're having alerts and lessons are really, really difficult to swallow, but it will make us better.
Coach, how impressed were you with Kurt Phillips coming into his first 2-minute drive ever, taking a sack on that first play, but still leading the team back?
Yeah, you know, Kurt's going through the lessons that a first-time starter has to go through. Kind of an amazing deal to be his first start at Camp Randall on Senior Day, where he gets honored. I know tremendous perseverance, and you know, there are a couple plays that were just all on him, making unbelievable efforts, great throws, great catches against a very good football team. And you know, regardless of what happens, you know, this coming week or the week before, what he gave us today was worth its weight in gold.
Right on the fumble by Monty on the goal line, looked like he reached the ball. You don't really teach that, do you, Coach?
Talk about running the ball in the end zone, but you know, that's a teaching moment for everybody, players and coaches. Just grab Coach Hammock. I know he's very emotional. We talk about running the ball in the end zone, and I just had this flash in my mind when we were lining up to run that play. I'm like, don't jump, because I knew he would do it. He was doing anything he could to get in the end zone, and I can't discredit him for the effort.
Braxton Miller's ability to scramble in the overtime turned out to be key after you guys had.
Yeah, and then the overtime.
Yeah, in the overtime.
You know, there was some of the edges we were struggling to get off block to get that play on the perimeter on 2 of them. I really looked at those closely just to make sure that we got to set the edges of our defense better.
You know, Coach, in regulation, you guys probably did as good a job as anyone taking Braxton out of the game. What did you guys have a plan for that? What was your plan?
Well, you know, they go as number 5 goes. He's a tremendous football player, tremendous poise. He's got a lot of ability to throw the ball and run the ball and manage the game. It was 11 guys. If we were going to beat Ohio State, it was going to take 11 guys on every play, and I think they all kind of believed in that. We did want to try to keep him inside, you know, just so he didn't have the ability. But some of his better plays were plays that broke away from the call.
You talk about setting the edges of the defense. It appeared Gilbert thought he was held on that run to Miller. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. I think there was concern there. We were yelling pretty hard from our sideline, but obviously that didn't get called.
What did it mean for you to see Monty tie that record today, even in a loss?
I'd like to see him break it. But he'll get it, and we'll celebrate at that time. But yeah, it's you know, again, I know this has been overplayed, but for the media that's here for the first time, what he's done, you know, in the career that he's had. It wasn't like he was a 4-year #1 starting tailback. He's had to share the load with a lot of people, so it's truly an amazing performance.
The fourth down breakup in the overtime by their guy, is that just a great defensive?
Yeah, it looked like it, I think they went some one, brought a pressure, brought 0, and obviously they built in front and made a really big play.
Brad, you
feel
talked
like you
about the
had all
lessons learned in this, 2 straight home overtime losses. Is there anything you can say to your guys to say you're just that close, or what can you say?
A lot of things that we'll talk about in the out of season, just how to handle overtime and play better. Yeah, I mean, those plays to get down to just one thing going right here, one thing going wrong, and take them as just to go through them, sometimes you got to go through those things to get back to the highs, the lowest of lows to get to the highest of highs.
Did French just pull that on the field goal
Yeah,
attempt?
looked like it. On the left hash is where he felt comfortable. In the first half we had, around the 30-yard line. I had it, Charlie and I, and felt we needed to get to the 25-yard line on the left hash going that way. And in the second half, when we took the quarter because we were kicking with a wind, that was the plan, and obviously I pulled it.
Did you feel like you had all the momentum going into overtime? And then
Felt good. Yeah, it felt good, and they get the toss and went on defense, and obviously converted a couple big plays on the edges, and then the last run up the middle.
Brett, can you talk about the 4th and 1 where Monte was stopped? Did you feel like Ohio State was going to key on him?
Well, yeah, he's a guy that we go to, but we went to our bread and butter, and obviously didn't execute at the point of attack. There was that play had been pretty good for us all along. And obviously didn't convert it.
The punt returns they touched on, that's 3 times in 4 years where they've made a big special teams play. Was there enough hang time on that that Drew just a little?
It looked a little, he was kicking into the wind. I know he was trying to drive the ball, and just grabbing the guys. I thought they were trying to set up an edge, but they just creased it up the middle, and obviously I think we had Zoo right in his face there, and their guy made a big play and then gashed us up the seam. Knew special teams was going to be big. I was happy the way we started the game, and I thought we were a block or 2 away on some of those punt returns to get a big hit, but obviously that's a big part of the game.
Brett, you've got a team. Obviously, you're in to win this thing. You're down 14-0 against one of the best teams in the country, talent-wise. You come back and almost beat them. What does it say about the character of your young men you care for?
I think that's a big part. I've kind of told our coaches, you don't really discuss this with the players and stuff, but it's times like these when you really, really find out what kind of people you have. I mean, this is when things would fall apart. I think this team in similar situations with a third-string quarterback, several offensive linemen rotating in, and defensive personnel that's been in and out of the lineup, and without our best defensive player out there today, arguably with Chris Borland, just the guys just keep buckling up and playing, and it really shows the true character of who they are. I'm very, very proud of them. But being proud of them won't get them a win. So that part's real.
It seemed like there was a lot of running plays on 3rd down. Was there something you're trying to take advantage of, even some 3rd and medium?
Yeah, I think, well, they're like a play or 2 away, some of those bounce plays and being able to get on the edges. They would kind of commit up inside with their interior linemen, and felt we could get on the edge of some of that stuff, but obviously it didn't work. Some of those, the one in the 3rd quarter, I think we just wanted to keep the ball on the left hash for us to get the field goal opportunity.
Can you talk about your decision to go for the punt from the 30-yard line in the first half?
That's what I said earlier. Needed to get to just from my experiences, we come up with a number, and I haven't really deviated from that. I go 25 plus, which means I would have gone to the, like the 27, maybe 28, but it was 30, and into the wind. I just didn't really feel big about it.
Brett, does this lead to a sleepless night? You go back and rehash some of the decisions, think about what could have been, and how long does it take to get over this?
Yeah, it's going to be agonizing and all that jazz. And, you got a family in. I got a lot of people that being in a home game that are here to celebrate. But as a head coach, I don't really lose sleep over things. I mean, it bothers me and stuff like that. But I'm sure I'll have a honeydew list when I get home. Is when they ban. If you get over this easy, you don't belong in this profession. So, yeah, it's going to be a while.